April 30th, coming up live on The View. Star of the TV super hit Heroes, Masaoka is taking time out to talk to the ladies. And former Senator and NBA superstar Bill Bradley is revealing his plan to get families affordable health care, kids into college, and making sure the new American story has a happy ending. All that, hot topics, and more coming up on Season 10 of The View.
And take your big bow. Now that I'm losing you, I have to embrace you more every day.
Don't worry, I'll still be around. You won't have me to kick around anymore. I'll just be here every month. It is Monday, April 30th. We are live on The View.
How much you love this dress she's wearing.
Well, Elizabeth, it's beautiful and sparkly.
Hey.
I was just wondering if there's anything new, Elizabeth?
Just a couple things.
Like anything specific?
Like I'm totally 3 months pregnant. Lonely without you, so Tim and I thought we should get busy and, you know, maybe make a little co-host.
Exactly.
All I can say is when you said you had an announcement, my heart sank. I can't take another. But the other thing is,
through that, Barbara.
Tell them when the baby's going to be born.
Yeah, baby will come in November.
And what is November?
Sweeps.
Yes,
Perfect timing.
Kelly
That's
Ripa
a gift to
always
you.
did that, right? So we know from Kelly Ripa, you must get pregnant and have a baby during sweeps.
I wish I could say that were our plan.
Yes, you know, the hard thing is that I've known for about 2 weeks. And me with a secret is not a good thing.
I know, she told me one time. I wanted to tell you for so long, and you told me one day, don't tell me a secret because it will just come out. Not in a malicious way, but you just have no filter.
I just will say it. Yeah.
As we've learned, no filter.
Right, right.
I was afraid to say anything.
When you told me,
yes,
you were standing there and Joy looked at you one day, this was a couple, and said, because you were wearing a different dress, and you said, remember?
What's this?
She grabbed my tummy.
I don't know, you said,
something like that.
I think she's pregnant, and you hadn't said anything yet, and I said, I didn't want to say no. I said, so, I mean, how's the weather? You know, you knew.
Well, she gets those pierogi cheeks when she's pregnant.
I'm pregnant here, and here, and here first.
Yeah, but who was the band you were introducing alone that day, remember? And I was watching you on the monitor. I said, she has some sort of a glow. She looks so different. And that night on TV, all my bloggers were online going, is Elizabeth pregnant? Is Elizabeth pregnant?
It was a pregnancy watch, apparently.
Right, so the next day I said, Elizabeth, come here, look, they all want to know if you're pregnant. And she went,
I can't lie.
Can you keep a secret?
It's hard to lie.
Grace? Have you told her?
We told Grace. It's just hard this time when you can't. You're so excited when you find out.
Understand.
Well, you know, the other day I was eating watermelon. I said, oh, Grace, Mommy's eating watermelon. It's yummy. It's going right in my tummy. And she said, oh, the baby's getting watermelon. I was like, oh, I guess you're giving that child some watermelon when I should have it.
So Grace knows that babies come from mummies and watermelon.
Yeah. She knows there's a baby in my belly, but she also thinks there's a baby in her belly. You know, she just thinks everybody has a baby in their belly at this point.
Yeah. It's hard to explain to kids. Yeah, with Blakey, when I was explaining to him about he was adopted, you know, and I was telling him the story, you grew in another lady's tummy, and he said, no, Mama, I grew in you big tummy. I said, it seems like it, but not actually.
No, you grew in my heart.
That's right, I gave him the old speech, right. But congratulations, we're so happy for you. For you.
You're too young to have an amnio. You don't need one of those amnios yet.
You know, you get it at this point. They ask you to get a nuchal translucency, but I don't get it.
Oh, what?
I just hide nuchal translucency. It's nuchal translucency. It's the alternative to amnio now. It's not an injection. They actually go in and I think do an ultrasound.
I see.
But I don't go.
No.
You know, the doctors recommend and they say it's up to you. You know, we recommend that you get it. You know, just to find out.
Yeah.
But I don't go. I just hide from the doctor for 2 weeks and then go back because I don't want to. I don't really want to know.
Kelly didn't get the amnio either. She did. But I definitely wanted to know the gender. You don't want to know. That annoys me, Elizabeth.
I will be so upset if I find out this gender.
Why do you want to know? I
want to know so I can pick out the appropriate clothes, so I can get the right things as a gift, so I can think of names for the baby, so I can be merged and codependent with you during your pregnancy. You know, that's what I want to do.
What do you? Well, you know, I don't like to find out because I love that. It kind of gets me through the labor.
Really? You have a surprise at the end.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
an interesting point. Yeah, I could see that.
It's nice to
It's
wait.
like there's something better than just the pain coming.
Yeah, there's like you're waiting for something.
We're delighted.
Does your body feel different? Are you getting bigger boobs and sensitive and everything?
Last time, remember the boobs?
Yeah.
Lots of hunger.
That's how we told. That's how we knew
Oh, the boobs.
whether.
Her boobs she could feed Bulgaria, for God's sake. Oh, yeah, she boobs it up.
How about Tyra Banks feeling my boobs on the Thursday show?
Wait, not just like a one feel. She felt for a long time.
I know! It was kind of enjoyable, but no. But, no, it was funny, though, don't you think?
I thought it was, but then it just didn't end.
I know,
thought
and then I
really
sort of was
chickened
like,
out.
what do I do now? You know, but
I
she's
want to talk a little bit about last week because we had quite an interesting week.
Yes,
for
we did.
many reasons.
Yes.
And I do not listen to all of the different programs, but what I love is that. What I love is confetti. Thank you, darling. What I love is how everybody knows exactly what we think, and as soon as you tell the truth, which was the truth about why you were leaving, everybody says, that's not true. This is not true. Why can't anybody take the truth? Also, you and I don't like each other. They don't realize we were friends for years.
Yeah, I
This
don't
is
know.
the reason you came on the show.
It's true.
Why can't people just say what you say is true without every... Last night I came home at about, I don't know, I was watching a little bit of television at 11:15 on your favorite Fox, and there were two women I'd never heard of, never met, and one said, well, I'll tell you how Barbara feels, and she and Rosie, and the other one said, I'll tell you who's going to replace, and I thought, you don't know me. I don't know you. What is this?
Yeah.
So the truth is the truth.
The truth is the truth, Barbara Walters.
Set you
free.
Yeah, exactly. But I do think that...
It set you free, but that's another
No,
story.
it's not free. You knew I was probably going to do 1 year when I took it. You know, I know, and I was trying. It's okay. Don't worry. Everyone's
You know
so
what? The
upset.
good thing is that Donald Trump's going to have to argue with himself from now on.
I know.
And that is really going to be rough. Although he can look at himself in the mirror all day.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of credit. There's a lot of white men taking credit for me not coming back next year.
Like what? Like
All those friends of yours on Fox, all those guys that look like the Ken doll, you know, all of them.
O'Reilly, yeah.
They're like, yeah, I'm the reason. That's right. I'm the one who got into those negotiations. It's so unbelievably egocentric, don't you think? That it's them?
Egocentric business, you know.
Yeah, I
Everybody
don't know.
They would like to take credit, I'm sure.
Well, I guess if they want to, they can. You know, it's America, right?
I guess.
I guess. Hey, I went to see Legally Blonde.
I did too.
Fantastic. Did you enjoy it?
I did. I liked it.
Tell them it's not the movie, it's a Broadway
It's a
musical.
brand new Broadway musical directed by my buddy Jerry Mitchell and starring the amazing, little, adorable Laura Bell Bundy. So cute as Elle, and in honor of her, I'm wearing pink.
I love
there
that
you
movie.
go, I'm wearing pink.
I need to go see that. That's one of my
I think you would
all-time
love it.
favorites.
You know what? It's going to draw a very young
Teenagers.
crowd.
Yes.
And that is good for them because we need to get young people to go to the theater. So
Without
that's
a
good.
doubt,
Yeah.
yes. And she's just adorable, and so is my friend Orfeh, and it's just a really talented cast.
We had a nice, Joy and I had a nice day on Saturday.
Yes, we
What did
went
you
to
do?
Alan and Arlene Alda.
Alan
Alan
Alda,
Alda, who's my fave. I love him. And she's a wonderful woman. They celebrated their 50th wedding
50th.
anniversary.
Wow, how about that?
The choice was there. Their 3 daughters and their grandchildren, and they said they had 18 people when they got married in the first place. He was just beginning. He was not a work actor, and she was a concert clarinetist.
Yeah.
And they had 18 people, and then the other day they had 183.
Oh.
They made a few friends in between.
On Saturday night.
They are the role model for couples, really,
they
these
are.
two, because
now.
they just love each other. They have a lot to talk about to each other. They play games together. I mean,
They
they're
play
just,
tennis.
And he just loves to have a good time, right?
Yeah.
He'll have the most fun over this cup.
Yeah.
Anything that will amuse him.
That I think is what stands the test of
Wonderful.
time, just being able to enjoy each other and laugh.
You know that
more than
last
anything
night
else.
I was sitting home, it was 9 o'clock, I'm in my pajamas. Well, I don't wear pajamas, let's not get carried away.
Okay.
I'm in this.
What do you wear?
I'm in
It's
a
a nice picture.
I'm in a ripped nightgown, actually. And I had just had a glass of red wine, and Arlene calls me, Arlene Alder, at 8:30. Alan and I are going to see a 9:10 movie at the Lincoln Plaza Cinema. You want to come with us? These are not kids.
Yeah.
They are going out to the movies at like 10 o'clock at
Oh,
night.
I love it. They're dates.
That's how they are, you
Yeah,
know?
that's
it's just
good.
Their daughter said that everybody said they got married because they were so sweet and so compatible and so. She said not at all. She said the phrase that I would use is spice and malice, and we said what? And she said, it's a card game. Spice and Malice.
Yeah.
And she said, that's what they do
That's
all
what
the
brought
time.
them together.
They play games. You won, no, you won, no, I won, no.
I mean, who stays married in this business?
Woodward and Newman, that's it. Woodward, Newman, and them.
Only more people. Well,
Joanne Woodward, exactly. Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more hot topics, maybe make a scandal. We don't know. Just come back.
My life changed in an instant. I lost my job, and as a result, I lost my health insurance. The first thought in my head was, how am I going to get my medication I need? I was in a lot of trouble.
I've met so many hardworking people in America who just need a little help.
I had no insurance.
It was important for me to get those medications.
And the PPA has been there for many of them. We've been to nearly 1,000 cities in all 50 states, helping more than 3 million people in need. If you're uninsured and struggling, America's pharmaceutical companies want to help. Call 1-888-4PPA now to see if you may qualify. Tell the trained specialist the names of your medicines so you could get them for free or nearly free.
It's as easy as a phone call. PPA saves me $1,300 a month.
Take control of your health. Start by calling 1-888-4PPA now.
It really brought tears to my eyes that there really is hope out there.
Without my wife and PPA, I don't know if I could have been here today.
The Partnership for Prescription Assistance, on the road to helping you.
There's a place for everyone.
You don't look evil. Makeup helps.
As long as everyone knows their place.
He's an idiot. And I signed a prenuptial.
On May 11th,
go with this one.
3 generations of women will discover the bond that makes them family.
Why would I waste my time on
Mandy Moore, Because I Said So. Available May 8th.
Excuse me, sir. Are you the famous Colgate 360?
Yes, I am.
Is it true you have a tongue cleaner?
Actually, it's a cheek and tongue cleaner. Wow. You see, kid, 80% of bacteria are not on teeth.
Colgate 360 cleans teeth, gums, cheeks, and tongue, removing more bacteria for a whole mouth clean.
Awesome. You know, when I grow up, I want to have a cheek and tongue cleaner, just like you.
Colgate 360, teeth, tongue, cheeks, and gums for a healthier whole mouth clean. Colgate, recommended by dentists.
Hey, hon. Find the perfect gift at Zales Mother's Day celebration. Save $400 on these round or princess diamond earrings, now just $3.99 at Zales, the diamond store. Scalpel, laser.
Imagine becoming your own eye specialist. If drastic measures aren't for you, there's new Regenerist Eye Dermapod. It resurfaces, helps fill in lines, and decongests puffiness. So get results without ever leaving home.
Imagine knowing you're pregnant the moment it happens. Science is getting close. They found a hormone variant that better predicts early pregnancy. First Response detects it. It tells you 5 days before your missed period. First Response, discovering ways to tell you first.
Did you get them?
Guys. 3 Musketeers. So much light, fluffy chocolate, you won't believe it has 45% less fat. 3 Musketeers, also available in minis.
Escort service, big news in Washington, D.C., okay? Yeah. The Deputy Secretary of State, Randall Tobias, has resigned from his job before the madam with the black book starts naming names. This is gonna be fun.
Well,
Barbara, what do you got?
He was the assistant to Condoleezza Rice, and his name is, as you said, Randall Tobias, and there are a whole bunch of others who are also
on the list.
On the list.
Do they know they're on the list?
Well, the government has the list, and Brian Ross, who broke the story and is doing a big story on 2020 on Friday, was telling me about it. She has been indicted, and evidently she was doing this for 13 years in Washington, and before that in California. She says it's just massages, it's no sex.
Yeah.
But what I found...
Don't they all?
Yeah, well, she had a... Oh, I was going to say something. It's going to come out wrong. I'm not going to say it.
Tell me. Say it. Go.
Tell me.
Don't you feel like you're in 8th grade now? And the lunch lady's going to yell. Say it.
Say it.
Joy, you say it.
Something about giving the guy a stiff neck.
I don't talk that way. Okay, but what is interesting is that the women who worked for this woman all had to be college educated. They had to be, they had respectable jobs. Some of them were professors. She insisted that the, quote, prostitutes or massages were all college educated. Why?
They like to talk before they get a stiff neck.
They could end up writing books about the people they massaged later on down the road. Maybe this woman knows
but it's
what she's
Republicans and Democrats and people from all different walks of life. She has turned her book over to the authorities, and
it makes sense in a way. It's like these, who are the congressmen and senators and people like that up in the upper echelon. They don't want to think it's some cheesy hooker. They like to delude themselves to saying, well, it was a relationship. We discussed politics. It wasn't just sex.
But why trust a person? I guess I'm just asking why these men, and if women were involved, women who would hire these escorts and then proceed with maybe actions that she's saying did or did not happen. Why trust a person in the business of like deceit and prostitution and something that's so covered? Why are you trusting them to keep your identity secret? Why would you think that they would?
Because sometimes downtown speaks while uptown takes a vacation.
I guess so.
Especially for men, I think, right? You don't see a lot of women, you know, going out hiring young studs because they get, you know, in the mood. You don't see a lot of, you know, women.
It's not a female thing to do that.
No, it's a guy thing.
But like, look at Heidi Fleiss's list. As I recall, the only person who really got called on that was Charlie Sheen. Yeah. What happened to the rest of that list?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know a few names on that. I won't say what they are, but I know
the names on the list.
Because I've been reading in certain, you know, places.
But I wonder why this man had to, this man that we know about,
Randall Tobias.
Randall Tobias. Why is his the only name that's come up?
Maybe, and I'm just saying, maybe he was a little extra kinky. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. It's just a guess.
Trouble as it is.
But, I mean, the guy resigns because the book's going to come out. You got to imagine he's like page 46, 47, and 48. You know what I mean? Maybe he had
speaking of books coming out, the George Tenet book that he was on 60 Minutes last night. He was on NBC this morning talking about the fact that he really had information while he was the head of the CIA, but, you know, didn't give it out. Why is he doing it now? And he was talking this morning, and he said, well, I thought that I could do better staying inside, that I could have more change staying inside the government. You're giving out false information. You're sitting behind Colin Powell when he spoke to the UN, and now his excuse is, well, I thought I could do more inside the government.
And if you saw
Come on, if you really believe this, resign. Don't write a book.
Because he was also presented with that medal, but he, you know, maybe he was waiting because he wanted that. But watching his interview last night, I don't know how many of you saw it on 60 Minutes, it just seemed incredibly disingenuous, and he was so shifty. I almost couldn't keep him in focus on the TV, but I just found him hard to believe. You know, he said at one point that he recalled having this meeting with Richard Pearl saying, you know, I can't believe right before they went into the president, and he stopped me in the hallway, and we talked about how I couldn't believe we were going to, you know, not give the president this information. Richard Pearl wasn't even in the United States.
That's what he said this morning. This morning he said, well, I had the right statement, I just didn't have the right time. And then, you know, he's the most famous for saying slam dunk. Right. That the
it's a slam dunk in Iraq.
And people have pinned him with the war in Iraq.
He says, well, that's not what I meant. What did he
said he meant the layup.
No, he said he meant the argument for the war or something else.
The war was a slam dunk. I just think, you know, there's always this question about when you know something is wrong, do you stay in because you can do better staying in the organization or staying in the government, or do you get out and say, look, I've got information. This is important.
Well, was he implying that Colin Powell did know the information was false when he addressed the UN?
He did say, but I mean, this put such a blot on Colin Powell's reputation. Yes. What he did say was, well, we thought that it was true. Of course, we were wrong. We didn't have the right information. Hey.
Yeah, we thought, so that he didn't implicate that Colin Powell knew.
No. Colin Powell did not know. And he says that George Tenet, did not know. Yeah. But, you know, why didn't he know? Why wasn't there more? Anyhow.
Well, the question is, what do we do now in the world? Did anybody watch the Democratic, while we're on this topic of politics, did anybody see that Democratic so-called debate? Anybody see
Where they all just were waving and pointing? Hello. I love this, when they all come out there and they're all standing and they're either choosing one of two things, either this or this. And if you watch them, it looked ridiculous.
Look how few people. Look how few people.
How many people watched it? Applaud if you watched it. No.
The ratings were like very low for it, apparently.
Well, because there's so many in the ring right now that nobody, you're not focused yet. But Hillary Clinton came out very good. We realize how short Kucinich is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's short.
He's the caucus short.
And if he were tall and better looking, I think he'd have a better shot. I hate to say it.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious.
I do too.
I like him. I think he's smart.
I think he's wild. That's why I like him. He called for the impeachment of Cheney. That would get my vote right there.
I know it.
We're going to take a vote and be right back after these commercials about what to do in Hot Topics. Don't go away.
For constipation relief, first came liquid laxatives in 1880, then stimulant laxatives in 1906, followed by fibers in 1934. Today, the great news is you have a new choice. Miralax, the most prescribed laxative, is now available without a prescription. Miralax works differently than yesterday's laxatives, and as it works, it restores your body's natural rhythm. And Miralax doesn't cause cramps or gas. Imagine your body back to normal. That's what Miralax can do. Miralax, today's medicine for constipation.
Listen, Artie, if you think this whole mad scene ain't dope, I feel you, dude. I mean, I'm not trying to get up in your grill or raise your roof or whatever, but what I am screaming is, yo, oh, no, you didn't. You know, you're getting on my last nerve. And then I'll know it's... I'll know it's whack. No!
Shrek's back. Only this time, he's not so far away from your nearest Walmart. Pick up your Shrek to third gear, all at Walmart, and always at the Walmart price.
Hi, can I get a Southwest salad with crispy chicken?
And I want that new thing with the grilled chicken and tortilla strips. You know, it has that real creamy dressing. Oh, and I think some lettuce.
The Southwest salad?
Shh. Yes.
So tasty, it's hard to believe McDonald's new Southwest salad is a salad. A warm cilantro lime glazed chicken breast topped with crunchy chili lime tortilla strips and roasted vegetables.
I don't need a bun to feel like a man.
You sure don't.
How long can your sleek hair weather the weather? Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine, the only smoothing system fortified with nourishing fruit micro-oils from Garnier. The Fructis Sleek and Shine system makes hair 5 times stronger and 5 times smoother, even with moisture in the air. Sleeker, shinier hair? Goodbye frizz. For hair that shines with all its strength, Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine. Garnier. And now, for normal to fine hair, smooth flyaways with new Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Sheer.
Summer radiance isn't just for summer anymore.
Now you can choose the color you want when you want it. Introducing Aveeno Continuous Radiance Moisturizing Lotion. It lets you customize your color with a patented dial technology. A gradual color booster enhances your natural skin tone. And the moisture-rich soy formula is clinically shown to moisturize for 24 hours. For healthy radiance that lasts. New Continuous Radiance Lotion. Only from Aveeno, the leader in active naturals.
Campbell's tomato soup, possibilities. Tom's grilled cheese, Mom loves cheddar. Goldfish for Jack thinks nothing's better. Tomato soup for everyone. Good, wholesome fun, possibilities.
What if you could capture your happiest moments on a real U.S. postage stamp? Well, now you can with photo stamps. Just go to photostamps.com, upload your favorite photos, and soon you'll be sending mail with your own personalized stamps. It's that easy. So go ahead. Take your most precious moments and turn them into your very own postage stamps with photostamps.com. Imagine the possibilities. Log on to photostamps.com today.
There's Fast, and there's Sonic Fast. Oral-B Vitality Sonic. Thousands of sonic vibrations drive crisscross bristles to send black bugs packing for under $20. Oral-B Vitality Sonic.
If it's a night of huge challenges,
I love that,
and cutthroat competition,
it's just gonna get tougher.
It must be ABC Monday.
You're turning into a magnificent
magnificent obsession.
At 8/7 Central, 6 stars are left and losing is not an option.
I gotta bring it.
On Dancing with the Stars. Then, to land a bachelor this good, some girls will go overboard.
I'm afraid of drowning. Just have to give me some mouth-to-mouth.
On an all-new Bachelor, after Dancing with the Stars. It all starts tonight, 8/7 Central, only on ABC.
All new Lost Wednesday and encore episodes anytime on abc.com.
Joy, you were talking about the tarot readers. Well,
I was reading this morning something about how in Philadelphia they're closing all of the psychics. You know, all those street psychics. They're closing them down. The gypsy fortune tellers.
Why?
They feel that they bring crime and they lie and take people's money.
It's an old law that's been on the books for a while, right? That they're just realizing is there. So they're trying to make up for lost time, I guess, and just do a clean sweep. I guess they're all confused.
I don't agree that they should shut them down.
I mean, it's up to you. If you want to go and you believe or you think it's fun, what, you know, that's your business.
But sometimes it's not that you're seeking them. Sometimes they'll just be on the street and they'll come up to you. Like, I've had people follow me, I need to tell you something. Yeah, I don't, if you're a psychic, you should know I don't want you near me.
You don't want that. Yeah.
That's what I always
say. They do. You know what I mean? They're constantly following.
But I don't see what the difference is between this and any kind of belief system. You know, if you believe that you're going to meet a handsome stranger next year, why is that different than you're going to go to heaven when you die? Well, I don't think it's that much different. It's a prediction into the future.
Well, I think there's a difference between hope and then someone giving you a set of circumstances.
That's hope? You're going to meet a handsome stranger?
No, I think that's hope.
Are you kidding me?
I'm saying that is hope.
Yeah.
But someone telling you, you know, beware of a man with a red hat crossing the street in front of you
They never tell you anything negative. They're not like therapists who are always negative.
I don't know.
I went to one. I went to a few.
Do you believe? So you must.
You know, I had a lot of the ones that you know on TV. When my show was on, come and give me a reading of my mom, and all of them were so wrong. All of them were like, and they're known.
Well,
you would know them.
Those are the people who
those are
speak to the
different.
dead,
No, I don't know.
really
But one of them said, your mother is so happy that you have the photos of her all over the house and that you show them to the children. I have 2 pictures of my mother. That's it.
So I was like, kick that woman right off of your stage.
That was a man. And it was at my house.
Yeah, I would have taken him right
out.
But wait, I went to one psychic when I was in L.A., and she wouldn't take any money, and you have to know someone who knows someone. I go to this house that's totally small.
I've heard of this person.
Yeah, totally small house, no TV. You sit down, and she sits down, and she starts writing, right? And she's writing, and she's writing, and she's writing. And one side was masculine energy, one side was feminine energy, things you had to work on in your life. So this was before I had Parker. This was before I was pretty known. And she said, you're going to move to New York. You're going to do something that has to do with your mother who is deceased, that has to do with the theater. And you're going to, you know, meet some person, and it's going to be a woman, and she didn't know, and I mean, I guess I'm pretty gay, but she didn't know I was gay. I mean, and she said all of these things, and like 9 out of 10 were accurate.
So I've heard of that woman.
So you
I think most of the time you're better off spending no money and playing MASH with your friends than going to hear something.
MASH?
You know that game? It's like mansion, apartment, shack, house, and then you set up 4 guys you want to be, you know, have a crush on or like, 4 kinds of cars you want to drive, and then you pick a number and you cross things out. You play it when you're 7. It's a great game. It costs nothing.
You gotta teach me that. What is it?
Oh,
you pick 4 people that you want to live in a house with?
We'll play after today. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, but I want to ask you another question.
All right.
So you always see this astrological, you know, so that millions of people who were born the same day that you were, or the same month, that you're all alike.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you believe in astrology?
No.
Do you?
No, not at all.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
But people really do, and you'll...
My daughter drives me crazy.
You know why I don't believe it? Because I'm a Libra, and I'm too balanced for that.
Well, I'm a Libra. You know, exactly. You and I are not exactly alike. But my daughter, if I say I've met someone, my daughter says, what's his sign? I don't care what his sign is. How tall is he? You know,
by the way, what is his sign? You know, what is it? Just tell
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, come on. What's his sign?
That's the other thing.
I love to make her blush. This is the best part of this gig. I've got like 35 shows left. I plan to make you blush on every single one. What's his sign? Do you know? Because I'm an Aries, and I'm very much like an Aries. A ram, bam, you know, smash your head into, bam, you know, whatever. I have a lot of the characteristics of an Aries, which I am.
And do you think that sometimes becomes like almost self-fulfilling prophecy? Like, do you feel like you become more like what people tell you your sign is?
Some people live by this. Do you remember Nancy Reagan was very sincere and lived by what her astrologer said during the last year or so after her husband had been shot, you know, and I
know who else? Boy George. He got arrested this weekend in London for supposedly holding a male prostitute hostage or something in his...
What's
Boy
that
George.
with
Okay, I don't know. Do you really want to hurt me? Maybe he did. I'm not sure. But he is
hell did he do that?
I don't know, but he's very into astrology. In fact, he will only fly, like, west around the... Like, we had to fly him, like, through China or something to get to New York. Yeah, he's very into astrology and what it says and what it means. I guess they said, this is the night you will take a man and not let him out of your apartment. I don't know.
But there are societies. I remember there was a country called...
Mentally ill.
There was a country called Sikkim, and the king of Sikkim, it no longer exists. I think it was incorporated maybe by India. I'm not sure, so I don't want to just say that. But anyway, the king of Sikkim married a woman I knew because she'd gone to the same college I'd gone to, Sarah Lawrence. And they could not get married, and I won't sing you the Sarah Lawrence song, you're very lucky. But they could not get married until the sun was in the wrong thing, was in the right place. The whole country revolved.
Really?
Yeah, and there are still places,
Who
you know,
wants to live in a country named Sikkim? It's what you say to your dog. Sikkim! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a giveeway, and this is what we're talking about. Elizabeth, let's give it to a home viewer.
Okay, good.
Pregnant
Ready?
Elizabeth, might I say.
Okay, roll our home viewers.
Roll
3,
the home viewers.
2, 1.
It is Marcia! Revive Patented Moisturizing Renewal Cream is fantastic. Sensitive Cellular Repair Cream and Eye Renewal Cream are the must-have picks of this season.
This was for your
Demanding celebrities and skin
This is for your
enthusiasts.
stiff neck.
They're going to sell a lot of that. Demanding celebrities, I think that's funny. And makeup enthusiasts and Revive loyalists together use these 3 products. Rejuvenate the entire face 24/7. And great news, you're all going to get a gift card for these lovely products for $100. Woo!
Bring that back, or I'll have your guts gone. The Pirates of the Caribbean are back, and you don't have to set sail to catch them. They're waiting for you at your favorite Walmart. Pick up your Pirates of the Caribbean gear, all at Walmart, and always at the Walmart price.
There's a quaint little place in Italy known for its chicken Christina recipe. It's Olive Garden's cooking school, where our chefs learn how a potato Parmesan crust seals in the chicken's flavor, how linguine best captures garlic butter sauce in our new chicken Christina at Olive Garden.
Let nothing stop you in the pursuit of your passion, not even body aches. Excedrin introduces a new choice for targeting tough pain. New Excedrin Back and Body. Fast, powerful relief. Its dual-ingredient formula works 2 ways, as a pain reliever and a pain blocker, right where it hurts, so the pain stops. You don't. Excedrin. Go.
Here they are behind the couch, right in front of the window. I think it's over.
There's a better way to reduce springtime allergens. Swiffer Dusters. It traps and locks dust that old dusters stir back in the air. It's the cleaner spring cleaner.
I like it, I like it, I like it all that.
Santa Fe Packing Company's salsa and con queso. All natural, delicious on everything.
I like it all that.
Yeah, I like it on that.
The Infinity Hair Designer by Conair is the next revolution in styling. A triple action attachment grips hair tight and rotates to dry and straighten faster from any angle. One hand, no brush, no weight. Salon results without the salon. Infinity by Conair.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family.
Introducing M&M's Dark Chocolate.
Feet not ready for sandals? Get there with new Olay Thermal Pedicure. It heats up with water and polishes away dry skin for sandal-ready feet in 1 week. New Olay Thermal Pedicure.
This is Elizabeth, and she's pregnant.
Hi, Masioka, when The View returns on ABC.
Perfect.
She stood quietly by her husband as he told the world their marriage was a lie and he was gay. Now, her story. Crushing discoveries, betrayal, shock. Do you know if your husband's gay? Dina McGreevy, a Diane Sawyer Good Morning America exclusive, Wednesday on ABC.
It's gonna be big. Everyone can play in America's biggest bingo game.
You're a winner!
Fridays are National National Bingo Night premieres May 18th, only on ABC.
Oro Wheat whole grain breads and a healthy life. A natural fit. Oro Wheat, bread perfected.
The new 8-week body makeover from LA Weight Loss Center.
New from LA Weight Loss. Now you can begin to make over your body in as little as 8 weeks. Just 8 weeks to new bathing suits. Just 8 weeks to new summer clothes. Just 8 weeks to summer fun.
The new 8-week body makeover from LA Weight Loss Centers.
Medical assisting, an essential part of the healthcare field. Sounds like a great field to go into, doesn't it? And with the shortage of healthcare professionals, this is your opportunity to place yourself in demand. As a medical assistant, you can work in a number of exciting places. Hospitals, clinics, physicians' offices. The possibilities are endless. Join the exciting field of healthcare. For a free brochure, call Pioneer Pacific College at 1-866-772-4636.
Delicious Oro Wheat whole grain breads, a great tasting path to a healthy life. Oro Wheat, bread perfected.
KATU News, voted best newscast by the Associated Press.
Well, things are heating up on the mega hit Heroes, and Masioka is in a race against time to fight the future. Please welcome back to the show, Masioka!
I'm glad to see you.
Good to see you. He's the smartest man in the world. Before he had this job, he designed the software for the George Lucas production company for all the special effects.
And still does, right?
Genius! And you still do it.
I consult for them here and there.
You know, most of the time you say, how did you get into acting? Well, I did it in high school, I did it in college. Here you were doing all of these computer things that Rosie's talking about. How do you go from that to become an actor?
Well, I was always fascinated with acting. I loved learning about the human condition and learning a lot by myself. That's how I got into acting in the first place. So just after my first big show, which was The Perfect Storm, I
did the special effects.
I did the special effects for that.
Okay. Wow.
I just after a year and a half, I figured, I don't have any family responsibilities. I was only in charge of myself, so I wanted to give it a shot, and I came down to LA.
Do you think that you'll continue as an actor, or will you go back to being a scientist, basically, is what you
I love doing both.
You do?
But you still do it?
I still consult for them. It's getting increasingly difficult just because of the production schedule.
But tell him why you consult, because no one else is smart enough to figure out his program, so he has to come back to help train the people because he's so smart. It's true.
I'm just street smart. I'm a real dum-dum in real life. I'll leave coaching like that.
Somebody like you should be working with the Bush administration to raise the level.
Yeah.
You were actually on the cover of Time magazine one time, and it said those Asian American whiz kids was the title, right?
Well,
and weren't you the cover? You're the
I was on the cover,
of the
but I wasn't in the article itself. So the people actually in the article, they're the smart ones. I only looked smart.
Do you do email? Do you have Blackberries? Do you do text messages? Do you do all this little things that those of us who know nothing do?
I do email and text. I don't have a Blackberry though. I wish.
I don't either.
Yeah.
You know, it is a positive stereotype that Asians as kids are very smart. Well, how do you respond to that? It's a good thing,
It's
really.
a great thing, I mean, not just Asian, but hopefully, it'll inspire everyone else, that you could be an artist and still be smart as well.
Exactly. And so talented. The show is unreal, and tonight's episode is actually very cool because your character comes in contact with yourself 5 years into the future after New York City is destroyed by a bomb, right? We have a clip of this. Check it out.
5 years ago, a man named Salar exploded in the heart of the city, changing the world forever. I thought I had it all figured out. I thought I had it all beat. 未来の僕、怒ってるみたいで。
行けよ。自分と話してこいよ。
やだよ。未来の僕なんか怖いじゃん。君ってよ。
Wow. Fantastic. You look like the Matrix in the end.
The costume
You become a rebel?
A rebel, tonight's episode is kind of a departure episode, so it's what would happen if nobody did anything about the bomb.
Right. And how was it working opposite yourself?
It was interesting, was like, Future Hero was kind of like a snob because he wouldn't show up on set.
Oh.
You know, like, he wouldn't even rehearse with me or anything.
Do you like that look? You want to look like that? It's kind of
cool. I mean,
it's sexy.
You speak almost, I mean, you speak a little English now, but in the beginning you only spoke Japanese on Heroes. But in real life, you don't speak Japanese.
In real life, I was born in Japan,
I know
so I speak it fluently.
You're fluently.
Yes.
So, I should have known that.
バーバラさん、今日はすごく綺麗に見えます。
Well, you know how well I
すごく
speak
綺麗ですよ、本当に。
But
You know how I learned Japanese? From Sesame
I'm gonna
Street.
learn it from him.
No, remember Sesame Street? 1, 2, 3 is Ichi-ni-san.
There you go.
It's a Sesame Street song, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Please is domo. Yeah, they have the whole thing.
Really? I missed it.
Change it to me. You can have a big conversation.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm teasing you. But I thought in the beginning that maybe I had it wrong, that you didn't want to just speak Japanese on Heroes, but that's one of the reasons that you were cast in it, because you did, right?
Well, I think the writers kind of just naturally made figure that, you know, I could speak Japanese, so it had to be a fluently Japanese character, you know, someone who spoke. He came from Japan, and it was his adventure as being a foreigner in America.
And now you're learning English, supposedly.
Yes. You're smart, but people think you're adorable.
Including me.
I was reading that one woman said she wanted, what did she say? I have a quote here. She wanted to lock you up in a cage and make you her little pet.
Well.
Now look what happened to Boy George when he did that. No, we don't want to do that.
So I don't think it's the same intention.
All right.
Are women coming on to you?
Fortunately, yes, but I'm just not good with women, to be honest.
The more famous and fabulous you are, the more women, you know, when they love a star, a movie star.
Has fame changed you think?
I hope not. You know, I keep myself surrounded with great friends. Oh, and one of my friends, my mentor, my friend, and my brother, Adrian Passer, it's his birthday today, so happy birthday,
I love
Adrian.
him, and his wife. I love them both.
Now he's good, so.
Yes.
But having great friends and, you know, great family, and they just keep you grounded.
Keep you grounded, that's right. You're a delightful actor. The show is fantastic. You saved the cheerleader. Will you save the world?
That's what we'll find out.
Well, we're going to watch tonight. I love the show. Masioka, thank you for being here. It airs tonight on NBC. We will be right back after this. Don't go away.
All this week on The View, Ricky Lake is guest co-hosting, Natalie Portman. Funny woman Judy Gold is sitting in as our special guest co-host, Peter Krause. Country star Miranda Lambert is sitting the stage to sing her latest hit, Carrie Russell. Jenny McCarthy is guest co-hosting. Desperate Housewives Marsha Cross. Ugly Betty star Eric Mathias. The latest couple booted from Dancing with the Stars are showing off their moves right here. The Sopranos' Edie Falco. All that and more this week on The View.
It's Dish with Doris.
Today, Tanya's story. She spends more time scrubbing crusty mac and cheese than with her husband.
Now he's getting crusty.
Honey, bust through it with new Palmolive Scrub Buster with microbeads. Watch how it helps bust away tough, stuck-on food.
Bye-bye, Mac.
Hello, Jack. Bust through it with new Palmolive Scrub Buster with microbeads.
Add a capful of Mrs. Dash and watch your dinner move. 14 natural herbs and spices, no salt, no MSG. It's a deliciously bold way to give the same old a good shake. Mrs. Dash. And try the 10-minute marinades from Mrs. Dash. Salt-free, flavorful.
My mom has more energy than anyone I know.
She's a hypnotherapist.
She's a good chef.
She's always doing something funny.
No, that's not the best thing about me.
She's done put up with a lot from me. She can be tough as nails, and she can be forgiving.
My mom's like my best friend, one of my best friends, definitely.
When John talks about his mom, I always feel really upset because I'll never get to meet her.
She believed in me when I didn't believe in myself.
She's my mom.
I love you, Mom.
I love you.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
Hey, hon. Find the perfect gift at Zales Mother's Day celebration. Save up to $1,000 on these Journey Diamond pendants, like this 1 carat, now just $7.99 at Zales, the diamond store.
They say the next big thing is here, that the revolution's near.
Seem like there's a new conditioner every time you turn around?
It's all just a little bit of history repeating.
Stick with what works. Pantene, with our provitamin formula for softer, shinier, healthier looking hair.
There is fat, some is good, some is bad.
For hair, not hype. Pantene.
Honey, how do I stop this itch?
Oh, is it dry skin, bug bite,
sunburn, allergy, grass itch, prickly heat, eczema, rash, poison ivy?
The only medicine you need is Lenacaine. It stops itching on contact. Kills germs, too. Lenacaine, the everyday, every itch fighter.
If you're a pet lover like me, you probably use these medications from your vet to keep them healthy. But why? When you could use these from 1-800-PET-MEDS. They're exactly the same, except they cost a lot less. And I save a trip to the vet's office, because they're delivered right to my door free with a money-back guarantee. I trust 1-800-PET-MEDS. It's a great way to take care of your baby. Call today or order online. America's largest pet pharmacy.
I'll never forget my first visit to the Werther's Caramel Shop. Delicious caramels everywhere. There were soft ones, chewy ones, hard ones, and one that was very sweet.
With a century of European tradition, we make caramels that make everyone feel like someone special.
I still go there every chance I get.
Werther's Original, the world's favorite caramel.
A dog attacks her.
He came over his shoulder and bit off my lip, just like that.
So why is she the one stuck with a bill?
It's wrong.
KATU News investigates why dog owners are protected but not the victims.
Tuesday at 11 after Boston Legal.
From the hit show The Office, Rashida Jones breaks the mold.
Have you ever made a mold of any part of your body? I never have. Surprisingly.
And learns to make this great Mother's Day craft.
A perfect mold.
Next, all new Martha.
Today at 11 on KATU.
For a diverse resume. Bill Bradley is a former NBA superstar, 3-term senator from New Jersey, a former presidential candidate, and now he is the author of The New American Story, a book that he says has the key to our country's future. That's a big statement. Please welcome Senator Bill Bradley.
Good to see you, Barbara.
So, you write, politics is stuck, America has lost its idealism, but that you have got in this book the key to our future. That's a very big statement. Can you tell us that in 30 seconds or less?
Yes,
something like that.
It's to put country ahead of party and tell people the truth about our real circumstance and offer them specific answers to the problems that confront real people in real lives.
You think people aren't telling the truth?
I think they're not being specific. I think, for example, we live in a world where 47 million people don't have health insurance, where a lot of the people are going to end up with an insecure retirement, where the education system in America is not as good as it should be. And people want politicians to talk to those issues, the economy, health care, pensions, and education, and our addiction to oil. If we address those issues and solve those issues, we're going to thrive in the 21st century.
Do you think there are any politicians, I mean, you're a Democrat, do you think there are any politicians now who are doing that? Outside of you?
On the Democratic side?
On any side.
You know, I think that John Edwards has been very specific on what he'd do in domestic policy. I think Barack Obama has challenged people's idealism to dream again. I think Hillary's very bright. I think that a guy like Joe Biden's been very specific in foreign policy. Now all we need to do is put it together in one person.
Right.
That's right.
And what about the charisma factor you were talking about? That charisma simply is not enough, right?
I don't think it's enough. I mean, I think, you know, if you take a look at what Republicans have done, they've constructed a power pyramid.
Yeah.
Since 1971, the base is money, the next level is ideas, think tanks, the next level is political gurus who come up with phrases, the next level is the media, Rush Limbaugh's repeated over and over. At the top is the presidential candidate.
A cookie cutter.
Yeah, for Democrats, invert the pyramid.
Right.
And we've been looking for the next John Kennedy since 1963. What we need to do is charisma's fine, but it has to have structure.
You're saying, oh, by that inverted pyramid, you're saying everything waits on that one person. And that person, if they don't have the charisma, can't carry the party.
Yeah, and there's not the structure. I mean, take example, President Clinton. First Democrat for 8 years, clearly had charisma. At the end of 8 years, we had fewer Democratic governors, fewer Democratic congressmen, fewer Democratic senators, fewer Democratic state legislatures, and we also had...
He was like a little problem, she said.
No, I don't think it was a problem. I think it was because they didn't invest in structure. and we haven't invested in structure. To the extent we invest in ideas, to the extent we invest in real answers to people's real problems,
But does anyone have
I want to ask you a question about that, because we always get back to what can we do? I mean, we can all read your book. That would be very nice.
That's very nice. That would be really good.
However, if we want to get these problems addressed, if we want to have these situations solved, what can the individual do?
Well, the individual has a lot of opportunities, particularly one of the purposes of writing this book is to try to let people understand that we're really in control of our destiny. And you can begin by, I say, reading the book. You can then decide if you believe everybody in America is going to have health care, or you really want to make your public school systems better. What you do is get together with a group and you meet once a week and talk about how you're going to do that. The idea that you're going to be told how to do that by somebody at the top is a kind of insult to the American people. The ingenuity and creativity of the American people come from the bottom up.
Are you saying don't depend on that person in the politics to set it for you? And also, there's been a lot of conversation lately about, you know, red state, blue state, and this huge divide in the country, and you say that's a complete lie,
yeah, right? I mean, I think the biggest lie perpetrated on the American public in the last couple of decades is the red-blue divide. I mean, when you go to your kid's Little League baseball game, you don't look at the person sitting next to you and say, I wonder if they're red or they're blue.
Right. I agree with you on that.
You say, gee, it's the mother or father of the shortstop.
Yeah, but you see the way they voted. That's why we're talking about
they voted that way, but they voted that way because they're pulled to extremes by cookie cutters that don't reflect the complexity of life. And what we need are people that address the real issues that confront families in this country today. How do I get health care for my family? How do I make sure my kids get a good public education and secure retirement?
Talk about the dependence on oil, though, because you've said many interesting things on that topic. And give me that soundbite. Go ahead.
Well, you know, we've fought 2 wars in the last 15 years, in part because of oil. Well, if we invested a little effort to get off of oil, we could save another war, perhaps.
And why can't we?
Well, the point is because we don't do the things we need to do. It's very easy. If we simply had the same mileage standards as they have in Europe, about 45 miles a gallon, we would import no oil from OPEC.
Is that
That's
unbelievable?
0 oil from OPEC.
And why can't we make the cars do that? Because there's a lobby group? But this is the real problem, is we can't get that passed because there's a lobby group in Washington that controls sort of what legislation happens.
Does it control the automobile industry, too? Because they have a large part in that.
Both. I'll go with both. And it is true that the process is dominated by lobbyists. There's an answer to that, too. You do public financing of elections for congressmen and senators. The budget is $2.6 trillion. For $2 billion out of $2.6 trillion every year, you would take the special interest out of this. You could get a 45-mile-a-gallon car easy.
I want to ask you a quick question before. You're a senator. You gave that up to run for president. Now you're writing books. Do you ever say to yourself, why didn't I stay in the Senate?
No.
Why not?
I gave it 20 years of my life. Life moves on. It's time to do other things. And that's what I've done. A deep commitment to the country. We'll always have a commitment to the people. People say, what do I miss about not being in politics? I miss not doing policy 24 hours a day. That's what I try to do in this book to make up for that. When they ask, what else do you do? I say, well, I miss the people. I make up for that. I have a little radio show on Sirius Satellite Radio, and I call it American Voices. I talk to people. And I think that life moves on. I'm deeply committed to the agenda that I have in this book. I'd like to see if we can't get some consensus that this is what politics should do. You might disagree with how we provide health insurance for everyone, but I don't think anybody in America should disagree that we should provide health insurance for everybody.
But if a Democrat wins and they ask you to be in the cabinet, is there a position you would take?
I don't think so. I'm happy doing what I'm doing.
Energy secretary, one of those?
No, definitely not energy secretary.
Why? You have to, something like that. I can see you there.
Well, that'd be a lot of work, right? Too much work.
No, not too much work. In the energy sector, I just like people, you know.
Secretary of State, I like that.
Secretary of Education.
I like that.
Yeah, you can do it all.
People who, you know, want to learn and grow and challenge themselves and feel full of their potential.
Excellent. Well, you're a wonderful man. You've done a great service to this country. Everyone in our audience is getting the copy of the Senator's new book, The New American Story. Thank you very much for being here. We'll be right back after that.
It says here that stress can weaken our immune system.
And about 70% of our immune system is in our digestive tract.
Right. Apparently, a culture called LKCI Immunitize can help. It's clinically proven to help strengthen your body's defense system.
Only Dan Active has LKCI Immunitas.
We should try this Dan Active.
New Dan Active helps strengthen your body's defenses.
And he's hanging around your friendly neighborhood Walmart. Pick up your Spider-Man 3 gear, all at Walmart, and always at the Walmart price.
Why do you spritz? Because it's fun. Because it's tempting. Because it's just my thing. Introducing 4 new flavors of Wishbone Salad Spritzers. 4 new ways to spritz, just the way you like.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountain majesties above the
colors that mean so much shouldn't fade. Tide with bleach alternative with Color Clean gives you whiter whites and brighter colors, all in the same wash, so your whites and colors stay true.
Heartburn? Painful. Zantac. Okay. Zantac quickly relieves heartburn. Better? Completely. Zantac's fast. Heartburn? Yeah. Prescription. Slow. The leading prescription can take a day or more to fully work. Zantac. Better. Zantac's fast. For heartburn, Zantac's fast.
If you like the natural look, color that shines like the sun without looking too done, you're a natural for New Natural Instincts. New Natural Instincts is color that shines naturally. A healthy boost of antioxidants, plus 2 times the conditioner for up to 6 weeks of shine. All without roots, ammonia, or that hair color look. So if you love color, but hate to overdo, you're a natural for New Natural Instincts. And it's a natural for you. New Natural Instincts, fresh from Clairol.
Scented candles don't disperse scent quickly through the entire room. Glade scented oil candles quickly fill the whole room with fragrance. Just light it and the unique warming plate melts the candle into a pool of scented oil that quickly releases fragrance into the air, creating a warm, relaxing atmosphere. And when the oil is gone, the candle goes out. Glade scented oil candles quickly fill the whole room with fragrance. And now look for holders and refills with the new Clean Linen scent.
A method doctors use to remove warts at the office is also available at home. Dr. Scholl's Freeze Away Wart Remover. Just press and freeze. It works fast in as little as 1 treatment.
See, that was easy.
Remove warts fast with Freeze Away from Dr. Scholl's.
A stolen child.
Jenny's out there with a mad woman.
Stop crying.
A frantic search.
Where is she?
And every
Jenny needs a doctor.
minute
I have to make this end.
counts.
I want my daughter.
All my children.
We're turning up the heat on TV's most pleasant surprise of the spring.
Who's this for?
You. Or me. Wherever the night takes us.
Notes from the Underbelly. All new Wednesday, 8:30, 7:30 Central after an all-new gym, only on ABC.
Well, every week we have another announcement. In case you tuned in late, our announcement today is that Elizabeth is pregnant.
Right.
Yes.
No, we already did.
And she will have the baby in November. That means another empty seat. I may kill myself. In the meantime, take a little chance, not a little chance. Time down in the future to enjoy the view.
Peace out, America!
The Final 6 Go Big or Go Home. Dancing with the Stars live ABC tonight.
This is the 4th time you've hit the snooze bar. You feel hopeless and overwhelmed with the same old problems. The alarm reminds you this is the start of the same day you live over and over again. If your alarm awakens your depression, it may be time to find a new option. Call Summit Research Network and see if you qualify for an investigational medication research study for depression. If you do, all research-related care, including psychiatric and medical evaluations, is provided at no cost. Call 503-228-CARE.
You're seeing double, yes, it's true. See what the double play twins can do. Watch 'em throw, watch 'em catch. Jose and Uni, what a match. The double play twins. Jose and
Too much?
Jose and Uni, they're the
Mariners baseball. My, oh my.
Get more at Binion's with our 3 best sales. Get any frame for only $59.95, no exclusions. Or get 2 complete pair of glasses for $99. Or buy 1 complete pair of glasses and get the second pair free. Binion's, why pay more?
K2 News, voted best newscast by the Associated Press.